Let me tell you something that's gonna sting at first, but will set you free once you accept it. Nobody cares. Not the way you think they do, not the way you hope they do, not the way you've been waiting for them to care. That person you're trying to impress, they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. That audience you're worried will judge you, they're too busy worrying about their own problems to spend time analyzing yours. Those people whose validation you're chasing, they'll forget about you the moment you leave the room. Nobody cares about your dreams the way you care about your dreams. Nobody cares about your goals the way you care about your goals. Nobody is going to fight for your future the way you need to fight for your future. And once you truly understand this, once you let this truth sink deep into your bones, everything changes. Because the moment you stop waiting for the world to care is the moment you start building the life you actually want. Right now, you're playing to an audience that isn't watching. You're seeking approval from people who aren't paying attention. You're delaying your dreams because you're afraid of what others might think, and those others aren't even thinking about you. Do you see how insane that is? You're letting imaginary opinions from distracted people control your real life. You're not starting that business because you're worried people will think you're crazy. Meanwhile, those people are scrolling their phones, not thinking about you at all. You're not posting that content because you're afraid people will judge you. Meanwhile, those people are dealing with their own insecurities, not analyzing yours. You're not asking for that promotion because you're scared of what your coworkers will say. Meanwhile, your coworkers are focused on their own careers, not monitoring yours. You're living in a prison of imaginary judgment. And the guards, they don't even know the prison exists. So here's what you need to do. Stop waiting for permission. Stop seeking validation. Stop caring what people think. And focus on you. Focus on your growth. Focus on your goals. Focus on your progress. Focus on becoming the person you're meant to be. Because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is coming to save you. Nobody else is responsible for your success, your happiness, your fulfillment. Only you. Let me break down what focus on you actually means. It means waking up every day with one question. What do I need to do today to become better? Not what will make other people happy. Not what will get me the most likes. Not what will people think. What will make me better? What will move me forward? What will help me grow? And then you do those things, regardless of whether anyone notices, regardless of whether anyone approves, regardless of whether anyone cares. Because you care, and that's all that matters. Focusing on you means investing in yourself before you invest in anything else. You spend money on education before you spend money on impressing people. You spend time on learning before you spend time on entertainment. You spend energy on building before you spend energy on performing. Most people have it backwards. They invest in looking successful instead of becoming successful. They invest in the approval of others instead of the development of themselves. But you're different. You understand that you are your greatest asset, and assets that aren't maintained depreciate. So you maintain yourself, you develop yourself, you invest in yourself every single day. You read, you learn, you practice, you improve, you grow. Not because someone told you to, not because it will get you attention, but because you're committed to becoming excellent. And excellence requires constant development. Focusing on you means protecting your time and energy like they're sacred, because they are sacred. You stop saying yes to things that don't serve your growth. You stop attending events you don't want to attend. You stop helping people who never help you back. You stop spending time with people who drain your energy. You become ruthlessly selective about where your time goes, and you prioritize yourself first. Not last, not after everyone else has taken what they need, first. This will make people uncomfortable. They're used to having access to your time. They're used to you saying yes. They're used to you being available. But their comfort is not your responsibility. Your growth is your responsibility. So you set boundaries. You create protection around your time and energy, and you defend it like your life depends on it, because it does. Focusing on you means pursuing your goals with obsession, not with casual interest, not with lukewarm commitment, with obsession. You identify the 1 or 2 goals that would fundamentally change your life if you achieved them, and you go all in. You make them your priority. You organize your entire life around making them happen. You stop dabbling. You stop trying 10 things half-heartedly. You focus on 1 or 2 things with complete commitment, and you work on them every single day. Not when you feel inspired, not when conditions are perfect, every single day.
Rain or shine, motivated or not, you show up and you do the work. Because obsession is what creates extraordinary results. Casual effort creates casual results. Obsessive effort creates transformation. Most people are afraid of obsession. They think it's unhealthy. They think it's unbalanced. But you know what's really unhealthy? Living your entire life wondering what you could have achieved if you'd actually committed. Dying with your potential still inside you because you were too balanced to go all in. So you choose obsession. You choose commitment. You choose extraordinary over comfortable. Focusing on you means measuring yourself by your own standards, not society's standards. Success isn't about having more than your neighbor. It's about becoming more than you were yesterday. Progress isn't about looking impressive to strangers. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing you gave everything you had. Victory isn't about external applause. It's about internal peace. So you stop comparing yourself to other people. You stop judging your worth by their metrics. You stop letting society define what success means for you. You define it yourself, based on your values, based on your goals, based on what actually matters to you. And then you pursue that definition relentlessly, regardless of whether anyone else understands it, regardless of whether anyone else approves of it. Focusing on you means being okay with being misunderstood. Most people won't understand your ambition, your dedication, your obsession with growth. They'll call you selfish. They'll say you're changing. They'll accuse you of thinking you're better than them. Let them, because you're not trying to make them understand. You're not trying to get their approval. You're not trying to maintain their version of who you should be. You're trying to become who you're capable of becoming, and those 2 things are often incompatible. So you accept that you'll be misunderstood. You accept that not everyone will support your journey. You accept that some people will be threatened by your growth, and you keep going anyway, because your growth is more important than their comfort. Your future is more important than their familiarity with your past. Now, let me tell you what happens when you actually focus on yourself. First, you stop feeling guilty because you realize that focusing on yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't help others when you haven't helped yourself. Second, you start making real progress because all the energy you were wasting on seeking approval and managing other people's opinions is now channeled into actual growth and achievement. Third, you build real confidence, not the fake confidence that comes from likes and validation, the real confidence that comes from knowing who you are and what you're building, regardless of who sees it or acknowledges it. Fourth, you attract the right people. When you're not performing your life for an audience, when you're being genuine and focused, you attract people who value substance over image, people who want real connection, not superficial interaction. Fifth, you create actual results because you're spending your energy on execution, not announcement, on building, not broadcasting, on doing, not talking about doing. And finally, you become free. Free from the prison of other people's opinions, free from the need for external validation, free to build the life you actually want instead of the life others think you should want. So here's what I need you to do starting today. Stop caring what people think, not because you're arrogant, not because you don't value relationships, but because their opinions don't build your dreams. Their approval doesn't create your success. Their validation doesn't determine your worth. Start focusing on you, on your growth, on your goals, on your progress, on becoming the best version of yourself. Wake up tomorrow and ask, what do I need to do today to become better? And then do those things every single day. Invest in yourself, develop your skills, build your knowledge, strengthen your body, sharpen your mind. Protect your time, set boundaries, say no to what doesn't serve you, say yes to what moves you forward. Pursue your goals obsessively, not casually, not half-heartedly, with everything you have. Measure yourself by your own standards, define success for yourself, and pursue that definition relentlessly. Be okay with being misunderstood, accept that not everyone will support your journey, and keep going anyway. Because nobody cares about your dreams the way you need to care about your dreams. Nobody is going to build your life for you. Nobody is going to achieve your goals for you. Nobody is going to become who you're meant to be for you. Only you can do that. And it starts with accepting that nobody cares and using that as fuel to focus entirely on yourself. So stop waiting for the world to care. Stop seeking permission and validation. Stop living for an audience that isn't watching. And start building, start growing, start becoming. Nobody cares. Focus on you and watch what you become when you finally stop performing and start building. Your life is waiting. Your potential is waiting. Your future is waiting. But they're all waiting for you to stop caring what others think and start caring about who you become. Nobody cares, and that's your permission slip. Use it. Focus on you. Build yourself. Become unstoppable. Starting now. Starting today. Starting this moment.